Hello, and welcome to Your Robo AI News. The world of robotics is currently a maelstrom of innovation, a vibrant ecosystem where boundaries are not just being pushed, they are being shattered. The period covering the end of May and the start of June 2025 has unveiled a remarkable confluence of advancements. We are seeing significant strides in humanoid robot development, new paradigms in AI-driven control and perception, and the emergence of truly novel hardware components. This is not incremental progress, it is a period of accelerating change. Humanoid robotics, once the domain of research labs and science fiction, is now experiencing an explosion of activity and diversification. Consider Honor, the electronics giant, officially throwing its hat into the robotics ring. Their AI-powered humanoid, built on Unitree hardware, recently achieved a record peak running speed of 4 meters per second. This is not just about speed, it is a testament to sophisticated AI algorithms mastering dynamic bipedal locomotion, a critical step towards human-like agility. Honor's Alpha plan aims to build an open, collaborative AI platform, signaling their ambition to become a major force in embodied AI. At the other end of the spectrum, Egas unveiled IggyRob, its first humanoid, designed as a low-cost platform for industrial support, service, and transportation. While not aiming for athletic records, IggyRob addresses a crucial market need for more economical humanoid solutions, potentially lowering adoption barriers for small and medium-sized enterprises. Then there is Persona AI, developing rugged humanoids for extreme tasks in shipbuilding and manufacturing. Their collaboration with South Korean industrial giants aims to deploy robots for welding in confined spaces, featuring highly dexterous hands derived from NASA technology. This targets critical labor shortages in hazardous environments. Perhaps one of the most democratizing moves comes from Hugging Face, which has launched LeRobot and HugBot. These open-source humanoid robots are designed as accessible testbeds for embodied artificial intelligence research, allowing seamless integration with Hugging Face's vast AI model libraries. This initiative could profoundly accelerate breakthroughs by fostering community-driven innovation. Adding to this, Rainbow Robotics updated its RBY1 semi-humanoid with omnidirectional wheels and a development kit, enhancing its versatility for researchers. This flurry of humanoid activity, from high-performance athletics to cost-effective workhorses and open-source research tools, signals a significant maturation. It is a multi-pronged strategy where specialized solutions and enabling tools are emerging from the general concept of a humanoid. The underlying current, a powerful drive to create AI that can physically learn and interact with the world. This is embodied AI, and it is the primary catalyst for current humanoid development. In the logistics arena, Amazon is deploying its Vulcan robot, the company's first to use force and touch sensing for material handling in warehouses. This allows for more nuanced manipulation of diverse items, a significant step beyond simple pick and place. ABB has upgraded its FlexliMover P604 autonomous mobile robot with 3D visual SLAM navigation, making it more robust in dynamic industrial environments. And for last-mile delivery, Real Life Robotics, a University of Waterloo startup, has partnered with Skip to pilot robot-powered food delivery in Ontario, using Kiwibot platforms. These robots, capable of carrying 50 kilograms in all weather, are exploring a more efficient, lower-emission urban delivery future. The common thread here is increasingly sophisticated sensing. Amazon's Vulcan relies on tactile feedback. ABB's FlexliMover uses advanced visual SLAM. Future advancements in these areas will heavily depend on continued innovation in sensor technology and the AI to interpret that data, enabling robots to operate more autonomously in unstructured settings. We are also seeing fundamental breakthroughs in robotic hardware. Imagine a robotic actuator, a muscle, that can detect punctures, heal the injury, and then repair its own damage-detecting capabilities. University students unveiled just such a device. This leap in material science could lead to incredibly robust and resilient robots, especially for hazardous or remote environments, reducing downtime and paving the way for greater operational autonomy. In precision measurement, API Metrology announced the ILT, a compact, high-performance laser tracker vital for robot calibration and inspection. And for power systems, Iron Device Corporation in Korea has developed a high-performance gallium nitride, or GaN, gate driver IC, the SMA6533, targeting robotics. GaN technology enables lighter, more compact, and more energy-efficient robots, crucial for mobile platforms where battery life and weight are paramount. This self-healing muscle and the move towards GaN power systems point to a broader trend: bio-inspired design and a push for inherent hardware resilience. Of course, the intelligence driving these robots is paramount. Honors AI achieved record humanoid speed. Researchers at MIT demonstrated a ping-pong playing robot with astounding agility. This system uses optimal control algorithms to predict an incoming ball's trajectory, speed, and spin with high accuracy, allowing the robotic arm to return shots at speeds up to 42 miles per hour with various spins. This is a monumental achievement in real-time predictive control for dynamic object interception, with implications for agile manufacturing and human-robot collaboration. In agriculture, a collaboration between NTT and Hokkaido University showcased an AI-driven visual support system for complex remote tractor operations. This system, featuring on-screen distance gauges and guiding lines, makes remote control more intuitive, even for inexperienced operators. Critically, this was enabled by NTT's IOWN All-Photonics network, connecting the tractor in Hokkaido to a control center 1,200 kilometers away with virtually no perceptible delay. This ultra-low latency is a game-changer for effective real-time control of remote machinery, unlocking possibilities in telesurgery, remote mining, and disaster response. Amazon's Vulcan robot uses AI to interpret force and touch sensor data for delicate stowing. StandardBot's physical AI uses NVIDIA Isaac for teach by demonstration, eliminating traditional coding. And Hugging Face's LeRobot and HugBot platforms are designed to integrate advanced AI models, particularly large language models, with physical systems. This deep, multi-layered integration of AI, from low-level motor control to high-level reasoning, is defining the next generation of robotic capabilities. Groundbreaking work also continues to emerge from startups, academic institutions, and open-source communities. Startups like Honor in its new robotics division, Real Life Robotics, Persona AI, and StandardBots are driving innovation in specialized niches. Academic breakthroughs like MIT's ping-pong robot and the student-developed self-healing muscle often pave the way for commercialization. And the open-source community, through initiatives like Hugging Face's hardware and ongoing Google Summer of Code projects improving ROS and Gazebo, provides foundational tools that accelerate the entire field. This democratization effect, lowering barriers to entry, is fueling a faster pace of innovation from a wider pool of contributors. Recent research preprints highlight this cutting edge. One paper from SIGGRAPH 2025, titled AMR, proposes a framework for learning versatile and controllable character animations using multi-objective reinforcement learning, which could lead to more realistic and expressive humanoid movements. Another, MobiPi, introduces a framework to adapt pre-trained visual motor policies to new robot morphologies with minimal real-world data, tackling the challenge of skill transfer across different robot platforms. Research on cognitive guardrails aims to ensure safe and ethical decision-making in autonomous drone swarms. And a study from RSS 2025 details a robot-assisted approach to teach small talk skills to adults with autism spectrum disorder, showcasing the therapeutic potential of social robots. These papers underscore a dual focus, enhancing robotic capability while also ensuring safety, ethical conduct, and positive social integration. The translation of these advancements into practical applications continues to reshape industries. In agriculture, the NTT and Hokkaido University remote farming demo addresses labor shortages and boosts efficiency. In logistics, DHL is deploying over 1,000 Boston Dynamics stretch robots for container unloading, while Amazon's Vulcan refines warehouse stowing. Real-life robotics is tackling last-mile delivery. Manufacturing sees Persona AI's Humanoids for shipbuilding and StandardBot's high-payload cobot, all underpinned by the revised ISO 1028 industrial robot safety standards, which are crucial for confident adoption. In offshore energy, TerraDepth secured a 5-year contract for autonomous hydrographic surveys using remotely operated vehicles and a cloud data platform. Even entertainment sees innovation, with the world's first humanoid robot kickboxing competition held in China, showcasing dexterity and AI control. Many of these are not attempts at general-purpose robots, but highly specialized solutions targeting specific industry pain points. This value-driven approach, addressing clear needs, is leading to more successful deployments. And these deployments increasingly rely on robust supporting infrastructure, like advanced communication networks and data platforms, alongside well-defined standards. So, what are the overarching trends from this period of intense robotic evolution? First, an accelerating development and diversification of humanoid robots. They are evolving beyond research novelties into specialized tools for industry, high-performance platforms, and accessible research aids. Second, artificial intelligence is undeniably the core enabler across the entire robotic stack. From motor control to perception, planning, and interaction, AI is fundamentally defining next-generation capabilities. Third, the democratization of robotics research and development is in full swing. Open-source hardware and software, intuitive programming interfaces, and community collaboration are lowering barriers and speeding innovation. Fourth, the rise of embodied AI is a critical conceptual shift. The focus is on creating AI systems that can learn from, interact with, and operate within the physical world, essential for truly adaptable robots. Fifth, advanced networking is emerging as a key catalyst for complex remote robotics. Ultra-low latency communication is unlocking new possibilities for telerobotics over vast distances. And sixth, there is a continued powerful push for practical, sector-specific robotic solutions. Robots are being designed and deployed to solve clear real-world problems in agriculture, logistics, manufacturing, and beyond. These trends are not isolated. They are interconnected and mutually reinforcing. AI advancements fuel humanoid development and embodied AI research, which in turn benefit from democratized tools. Practical applications become more feasible with breakthroughs in supporting infrastructure. This synergy suggests that the robotics field is experiencing compounding growth. The overall pace of innovation is accelerating, promising more rapid and transformative impacts across a diverse range of industries and aspects of our lives. The future of robotics is not just arriving, it is being actively and rapidly constructed. The robotics sector, a realm of relentless innovation, is also a theater of intense financial activity. The period between May 30th and May 31st, 2025 was no exception, revealing a dynamic interplay of substantial financial disclosures, strategic government capital injections, and market forecasts that underscore the transformative and lucrative potential of artificial intelligence and particularly humanoid robotics. Let's first pulse the stock market. Tesla, a perennial headline generator, closed around $346 on May 30th. Investor interest remains fixated on its planned robotaxi launch in Austin, a key pillar of its autonomous driving and AI strategy, which also encompasses its Optimus humanoid robot. This optimism persists despite a first-quarter earnings miss, though public perception of robotaxi safety remains a significant hurdle, with a recent survey indicating 60% of consumers view Tesla's full self-driving as unsafe. Amazon, another titan, closed around $205. Its relentless push in warehouse automation exemplified by the Vulcan robot utilizing force and touch sensing. With over 750,000 robots already deployed, Amazon aims to enhance efficiency and potentially reshape long-term hiring needs, a strategy that contributes to its operational strength alongside AWS and advertising. Across the Atlantic, ABB, trading in Zurich around 46 Swiss francs, remains under scrutiny. Discussions about a potential spin-off or sale of its robotics division, valued at $3.5 billion or more, are ongoing. ABB confirmed its intention to spin off the unit in the second quarter of 2026, citing limited synergies with other divisions and a desire to focus on more profitable segments like electrification, which is booming due to AI data center buildouts. Alphabet, Google's parent, closed near $172. Its Waymo division continues its impressive expansion, reportedly offering 250,000 paid robotaxi rides per week as of April. Waymo, valued at over $45 billion, is also now mapping Boston, signaling further ambition. Hyundai Motor Company, trading OTC around $51, is deepening its robotics involvement through its ownership of Boston Dynamics. Plans are afoot to purchase tens of thousands of Atlas robots for factory automation as part of a $21 billion U.S. investment. This aligns with DHL's expanded partnership to deploy Boston Dynamics stretch robots, underscoring Hyundai's global leadership aspirations for the robotics firm. Now, let's zoom into the small-cap and emerging robotics companies where the market often paints a more nuanced picture. Serve Robotics, which trades under the ticker SERV, closed around $11.70 on May 30th, down about 4%. This dip occurred despite a routine announcement of its upcoming annual shareholder meeting and ongoing positive analyst sentiment. 6 research firms currently give Serve an average strong buy rating with an $18.67 average one-year price objective. Cantor Fitzgerald recently initiated coverage with an overweight rating and a $17 target. Zacks, however, rates it a hold. Serve's recent first-quarter results showed revenue of $440,000, a significant sequential increase, and a robust cash position of $198 million. They are guiding for $600,000 to $700,000 in second-quarter revenue and have a major agreement to deploy up to 2,000 delivery robots on the Uber Eats platform. In stark contrast, Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions, or AITX, an over-the-counter stock, saw its price gain nearly 8% on May 30th. This followed the filing of its annual report, its 10-K, for the fiscal year ending February 28, 2025. The numbers were impressive. Annual revenue of over $6.1 million, a 275% year-over-year increase. Even more striking, gross profit reached nearly $3.75 million, a staggering 562% increase from the prior year. AITX also successfully renegotiated $24.7 million in loans, improving its current ratio. The company credits the rollout of its Gen 4 platform and its Sarah AI technology as key drivers and is pursuing an uplisting to NASDAQ. This performance disparity is telling. AITX's substantial growth, directly tied to its AI solutions, resonated positively. The market clearly rewards demonstrated financial traction and successful AI monetization. Serve Robotics, despite strong analyst backing and a major Uber Eats contract, saw a slight dip. This suggests that for some emerging players, particularly those with smaller current revenue bases and a longer runway to profitability, the market remains cautious, weighing future potential against immediate financial realities. Turning to the investment landscape, significant capital continues to flow into specialized robotics startups and foundational research. Persona AI, a Houston-based developer of humanoid robots and embodied AI, recently closed an oversubscribed pre-seed funding round, raising $27 million. This round, co-led by Unity Growth and Tides Ventures, will accelerate the development of humanoid robots designed for demanding tasks in shipbuilding and industrial manufacturing. Persona AI aims to address critical labor shortages and enhance workplace safety, utilizing a robotics-as-a-service model.
This significant pre-seed funding highlights robust investor confidence in the potential of humanoids for complex industrial applications.
On the government and institutional front, the UK's Advanced Research and Invention Agency, or ARIA, announced a £23.3 million investment, roughly $32 million US, into 9 teams focused on transforming robotic dexterity. This is part of ARIA's broader £57 million robot dexterity program. Key partners include established firms like Shadow Robot Company and Ocado Technologies, alongside startups like TouchLab and academic leaders from the University of Bristol and Imperial College London. The goal is to develop novel hardware, advanced robotic hands, and improved control integration, ultimately positioning the UK as a global leader in human-like manipulation capabilities. This dual approach, with venture capital backing application-driven solutions like Persona AI's industrial humanoids and strategic government investment fostering foundational capabilities like ARIA's dexterity program, indicates a maturing ecosystem. It supports both near-term commercialization and long-term breakthroughs. In the mergers and acquisitions sphere, the potential divestiture of ABB's robotics unit remains a significant ongoing development. Reports indicate ABB is exploring options for this division, valued at $3.5 billion or more, with a potential spin-off targeted for the second quarter of 2026. ABB's rationale points to limited synergies and a belief that a focused robotics entity could perform better. This move could reshape the competitive landscape, possibly creating a large independent robotics entity or bolstering an acquirer's market position. It signals a broader strategic reevaluation by industrial conglomerates on how to best unlock value in their robotics operations. Let's look at robotics-focused exchange-traded funds. A notable strategic update came from the E-Fund CNI Robot Industry ETF in China. Following changes to its underlying index, this ETF now allocates over 50% of its portfolio weighting to humanoid robots, the highest reported concentration in this subsector. This reflects growing investor appetite for the humanoid theme. While not yet launched, Roundhill ETF Trust also filed for a humanoid robotics ETF in April, indicating an emerging trend among providers. For existing broad robotics ETFs, the Global X Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF, ticker BOTZ, saw its price decline 1.3% on May 30th to $30.90 on increased trading volume. Its NAV was $31. BOTS presented mixed technical signals, a sell from its short-term moving average, but a buy from its long-term, suggesting underlying strength despite the daily dip. Robo Global Robotics and Automation Index ETF, ticker ROBO, traded around $56. Given Tesla's significant robotics initiatives, ETFs with heavy Tesla exposure also warrant attention. The Simplify Volt TSLA Revolution ETF, or TESL, the Nightview Fund, ticker NIGHT, and broader consumer discretionary ETFs like XLY, VCR, and FDIS all carry substantial Tesla weightings. This highlights how robotics exposure is often found within larger diversified funds, posing a challenge for investors seeking pure-play robotics investments and for index providers aiming to accurately classify these multi-sector corporations. Company-specific financial disclosures offer further insight. AITX's stellar fiscal 2025 10K, as mentioned, showed remarkable revenue and gross profit growth, directly linked to its Sarah AI and Gen 4 platform. This provides tangible evidence of the ROI from advanced AI in robotics. Serve Robotics' recent first-quarter results, with $440,000 in revenue, a $13 million net loss, but $198 million in cash, highlight the capital-intensive nature of the autonomous delivery market. Their significant cash reserve is crucial for funding operations and scaling to meet their Uber Eats commitment. The financial implications of new product launches and strategic shifts are also profound. Tesla's robotaxi launch in Austin is a cornerstone of its AI pivot, potentially unlocking massive new revenue streams, but also facing safety perception and regulatory hurdles. AITX's Gen 4 platform and Sarah AI are central to its recurring revenue growth. Amazon's Vulcan robot with force/touch sensing aims to enhance warehouse efficiency and generate significant operational cost savings. ABB's new FlexliMover AMR with advanced 3D visual SLAM targets increased market share in the growing AMR segment. And the expanded DHL partnership with Boston Dynamics, deploying over 1,000 stretch robots, represents a major long-term commitment, providing a substantial revenue stream for Boston Dynamics and significant operational benefits for DHL. This co-development approach, tailoring systems to solve complex challenges, could set a new standard for collaboration. The regulatory and economic backdrop is also evolving. The Association for Advancing Automation, or A3, announced the updated ISO 10-2018 standard, the global benchmark for industrial robot safety. This first major revision since 2011 includes more explicit functional safety requirements, new guidelines for cobots, and crucially, incorporates cybersecurity measures. This updated standard will influence design and integration costs, but also foster trust and could create new markets for robotic safety and cybersecurity solutions. At the U.S. state level, legislative activity concerning AI and automated decision-making continues, forming an important, if complex, regulatory environment. Economic forecasts for the robotics sector are compelling. A ResearchandMarkets.com report published May 30th projects the global humanoid robots market to surge from nearly $3 billion in 2025 to an astounding $243.4 billion by 2035. That is a compound annual growth rate of 49.2%. This explosive growth is attributed to rapid technological advancements, escalating demand for industrial automation driven by labor shortages, and substantial R&D investments. Hardware currently dominates components, while personal assistance and caregiving lead applications, with healthcare as a top end-user segment. North America currently holds the largest geographical market share. Other reports project the overall global robotics market to more than double by 2030, with industrial robotics also seeing strong growth. A significant factor is the declining cost of deploying industrial robots, projected to be under $11,000 per robot in 2025, down from $27,000 in 2017. This striking difference in projected growth rates, with humanoids far outpacing the overall market, strongly suggests humanoids will be a primary growth engine for the entire sector. This is likely to attract a disproportionate share of investment and R&D focus. The update to safety standards reflects a maturing industry, preparing for wider, more complex deployments, including closer human-robot collaboration. And the convergence of smarter AI, falling robot costs, and persistent labor shortages creates a powerful trifecta, accelerating adoption. Synthesizing these developments from late May 2025, several key market trends emerge. First, artificial intelligence is undeniably the dominant core value driver. AITX's success is a clear testament. Second, there is a palpable surge in humanoid robotics interest and investment, from venture capital like Persona AI's round to ETF strategies and explosive market forecasts. Third, incumbent industrial players like ABB are strategically re-evaluating their robotics businesses, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape. Fourth, governments are prioritizing robotics for strategic national goals, as seen with the UK's ARIA funding. And fifth, the safety and regulatory landscape is maturing, adapting to more sophisticated and interconnected robotic systems. The robotics sector is at an inflection point. The strong financial results from AITX, fueled by its AI, highlight a critical trend. AI is delivering tangible value. The boom in humanoid interest, backed by serious funding and market projections, signals a shift towards more versatile platforms. While long-term growth appears exceptionally strong, short-term market sentiment can be volatile, reminding us that realizing this potential involves navigating execution risks and the capital-intensive nature of scaling new technologies. As the industry matures, the companies best positioned for success will be those effectively harnessing AI, particularly in high-growth areas like humanoids and advanced mobile manipulation, supported by robust funding and strategic partnerships. The financial narrative of robotics is one of accelerating transformation, demanding both visionary investment and a keen eye for sustainable value.